Buy
Oh,
Buick. Half of the dealers choose to jump ship rather than sell electric vehicles. So looks like some of the dealerships they had to buy a certain amount of equipment in order to service electric vehicles, and it was kind of
mm,
expensive. Article states almost 1,000 Buick dealerships across the U.S. have accepted buyouts from General Motors over the last 12 months, as opposed to making the necessary investments to sell the brand's upcoming battery electric vehicles. They only got about 2,000 and they lost about 1,000. So,
half
what is
is a lot.
what is going on? Dane, if you were a dealership, would you make those investments or would you just lose the Buick dealership title?
Well, it's hard to say. One, I don't know how much the investment is.
I think it's like
Two,
several, I think it's 400,000 or 500,000.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot considering. So if you start just doing like some simple math of like how many of these electric cars is that dealership going to sell in a year? Let's say it's 50. That's basically one a week that they're going to sell. Maybe it's
Mhm.
more, but we know that electric car sales are down. On those 50 a year over the next however many years, how many times do you need to service that vehicle and use that equipment for that equipment to then pay itself off?
Yeah.
The numbers aren't there.
Yeah.
Um,
I think GM should have offered a lot of these dealerships like some help with getting this equipment because
yeah,
that's a lot of money. And
right.
like it's not like the dealership is just a Buick dealership. A lot of them they sell like GMC, Buick, and
Hmm.
Chevy. Sometimes it's like three different ones. So the worst thing is they'll just lose the Buick part and they'll just still sell the other stuff.
Right, and they're not making they'll get their money back on investment in the long run if they stay in the game long enough, I think, but they don't make money on these cars on the front end, and where they make money on these cars is on the back end, when they buy them used and sell them again, or on services,
Yeah.
and so it's a huge investment for them. It's really a huge losing, loss, just all around on these new cars until they start to have more of them, until they start needing services
Scale.
to
Yeah, they
make them
got
on
to
the
sell
back end.
more of them. Yeah.
Yeah, because what the GM's basically saying is, hey, buy this $500,000 worth of tools, and then in 10 years you'll start being able to use it. And by that time, they could be obsolete too. I just see a lot of problems there.
Yeah. Yeah. A tough pill to swallow. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I got when I put my conspiracy theory hat on,
Hmm.
I started thinking maybe GM would use this as an excuse to start making their own dealerships and sell them directly to customers.
Oh,
I really think now this is not just GM. I think that all OEMs should sell directly to customers and cut dealerships out of it because dealerships they put markups on vehicles. It puts a bad taste in the customers' mouths. A lot of things that they do are kind of kind of quasi moral. So
you could be onto something there because they might be following that Tesla model because they don't really have dealerships either, right? They just have like the service centers.
yeah,
So you order your Tesla online, and then it gets delivered to one of these service centers for you to pick it up. I think in some cases even bring it to your house.
I just think that OEM should sell directly to customers every time. If
Mhm.
dealerships want to do something, I think they should focus on service,
There you go.
and that is it. I think the OEM should be responsible for selling the cars. That's just my opinion. Um, the OEM should probably service them too, actually. And the
Yeah, there's a
dealerships
lot.
just sell parts. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird games that go on with dealerships and being able to get allocations on special cars, and I'm
Yeah,
not sure how that would get sorted out if you went straight to the manufacturer, but
I mean, I just hate having a middleman. I know there's legal
yeah.
reasons why that's hard to make happen, but I'm hoping more OEMs just take care of everything themselves and not have franchises. I think
Yeah,
that'll be best for consumers.
I think a lot of it's because so they don't have to employ a service department, right? In that support department, they don't have to, have mechanics and parts people on hand and all that stuff. They let the dealers and the owners of the dealers just kind of take care of that stuff. Allows them
No,
just
but
kind of,
it's such an
yeah,
opportunity. It's more of an opportunity for OEMs to make money. I mean, I
it
feel
is.
like it's their car. They should be making all the money from the sales and from the parts. Then you wouldn't have to go back and forth about warranty times. Oh, you're not giving me enough money for warranty. Like, They could at that point they could just pay the mechanics a straight salary.
Yeah.
They could sell the cars at the prices they're supposed to be selling them at, and not, oh, it's a new model, it's $10,000 extra. Like, enough of the shenanigans. I
Yeah.
had enough of the shenanigans, Dane.
Yeah. No more. Cut the dealers out. No more shady dealers. Straight to the
Yeah,
manufacturer.
OEM for everything. All
Done.
right.